Dr. Catherine Halsey is the mastermind behind the Spartan II program in the Halo universe. She's responsible for selecting and training the Spartan candidates, including John 117, Master Chief. She plays a pivotal role in their development and is also the creator of the AI Cortana. Halsey's work is both groundbreaking and controversial, as she often pushes ethical boundaries for the sake of advancing humanity's military capabilities. Does that help clarify her role? That's correct. The augmentation process for the Spartan IIs was extremely risky and intense. Many of the candidates did not survive the procedure, and others were left with permanent disabilities. Only a fraction of them successfully completed the augmentation and became full-fledged Spartans, including John 117. This process was a key part of what made them so powerful, but also highlighted the ethical dilemmas surrounding the program. It's a big part of the story's complexity. Some of the Spartan II candidates who didn't fully survive the augmentation process ended up with severe physical or neurological disabilities. These could include paralysis, severe pain, or cognitive impairments. The process was intended to enhance physical and mental abilities, but it was extremely risky, and not everyone's body could handle the enhancements. Those who did survive gained incredible strength, speed, and resilience, making them the super soldiers we see in the series. It's a stark reminder of the cost of such a program. Yes, the augmentations affected their vision as well, enhancing it significantly. Spartans gained improved night vision, faster visual processing, and enhanced targeting abilities. This gave them a distinct advantage in combat. As for the green iris color, that's often a visual representation in media to signify their enhanced state, though the specifics can vary. It's part of what makes them so formidable. Sure. Initially, around 75 children were conscripted into the Spartan II program. After the augmentation procedures, only about 33 survived and remained operational as Spartans. The rest either died due to complications or were severely injured and removed from active duty. So, from the original Spartan II candidates, roughly half successfully completed the program and became full-fledged Spartans. It's a small but incredibly effective group. Dr. Halsey selected children based on a specific set of criteria. She primarily looked for candidates with a combination of genetic markers and certain personality traits. These genetic markers indicated a higher likelihood of successfully adapting to the augmentations. Additionally, she sought out children who exhibited leadership qualities, strong physical abilities, and mental resilience. The selection was anything but random. It was a highly calculated process to ensure the best possible candidates for the rigorous Spartan program. Sure, the Spartan II candidates were selected from across various human colonies, not just one single planet. Halsey and her team identified children who had specific genetic markers that indicated a higher likelihood of surviving the augmentation process. These markers related to physical resilience, potential for enhanced physical and mental capabilities, and adaptability. The children were chosen from different backgrounds and colonies to find the best possible candidates. It's a dark aspect of the story, emphasizing how far humanity was willing to go to create these super soldiers. The selection process for the Spartan II candidates involved identifying children with specific genetic traits early on. Dr. Halsey and her team used a combination of medical records and other data to find suitable candidates. Once identified, these children were secretly abducted and replaced with flash clones, which are short-lived clones that would die soon after. This was done to avoid raising suspicions and to keep the program secret. The abducted children were then brought to a facility where they began their intense training and conditioning to become Spartans. It's a very dark and ethically complex aspect of the Halo story. Does that clarify the process? The children selected for the Spartan II program were typically around 6 years old when they were abducted. This age was chosen because they were young enough to be molded and trained effectively, but old enough to endure the rigorous training and conditioning. They underwent about 6 years of intense physical and mental training before the augmentation procedures, which took place when they were around 14 years old. This comprehensive training was designed to prepare them for the physical and mental demands of being a Spartan. The Spartan II candidates didn't really have a choice. The program was forced upon them. Given their young age and the secretive nature of the program, they were not in a position to rebel or refuse the augmentation. However, the harsh training and the augmentations did cause some to resist in their own ways, but ultimately it was a highly controlled environment where their options were extremely limited. The story often touches on these ethical issues, highlighting the complexities and moral dilemmas involved. The Spartan II training was extremely rigorous and comprehensive, spanning both physical and educational components. They underwent intense physical training, including combat skills, weapons training, and tactical exercises. This was often carried out 7 days a week, pushing them to their limits to build endurance and strength. Education was also a significant part of their training. They received advanced education in various subjects, including military strategy, history, mathematics, and science. This was to ensure they were not only physically capable, but also mentally sharp and able to handle complex situations. The combination of physical conditioning and advanced education was designed to create well-rounded super soldiers. The education for Spartan IIs went beyond traditional book learning. They received advanced training in subjects like military strategy, tactics, and battlefield analysis. They also studied science, engineering, and technology to understand the equipment and environments they would encounter. Additionally, they were trained in leadership, teamwork, and psychological resilience. This education was highly immersive and often involved simulations, war games, and hands-on learning with advanced technology. This comprehensive approach was designed to create not just physically powerful soldiers, but also highly intelligent and adaptable leaders capable of making quick, strategic decisions in the field. After successfully passing the augmentation, the Spartan IIs entered the next phase of their training and service. This involved advanced tactical training, specialized combat exercises, and real-world missions. They were deployed into combat situations where they could apply their enhanced abilities and training. The focus shifted from basic training to honing their skills in real-world scenarios. They continued to learn and adapt, constantly improving their combat effectiveness. Essentially, they transitioned from trainees to active-duty super soldiers, participating in key missions and battles across different fronts.